Hello, everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga with Via, and today is August 17th, 2021. We're going to start in the ordinary fashion, just lying on your back, supine, knees bent, feet on the floor, or you could have your knees bent and your feet up on a chair or a block, a box or a couch. Whoops, where did I put my... I'm going to have to go and how did I do that? Hold on, everybody. Start breathing, watching your breath. I'm going to go find my script, which I printed, but I lost it between the printer and the gym. Hold on. Just watching your breath. Finding the quietest place in your mind. Feeling everything that supports you, the sounds, your breath, the floor, my voice. Let's get ready for vagus nerve reset. And Kathy, I accidentally muted you and I can't unmute you. So you might change that in case you have to give me some feedback or an assist. Vagus nerve reset. Just continuing to lie on your back. Your hands can go behind your head. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. And without moving anything but your eyeballs, shift your eyeballs to the right. And wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. This is a great practice for releasing tension in the body, wherever it is. And when you're done, You may not get a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp, but when you've waited for a while, come back to center. That will come with practice. And shift your eyeballs to the left. And wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center and repeat this 2 more sets, right, left, without my cueing. Come on back to the center when you're finished. And get ready for our breathing practice. We're going to do resistance, rib cage breathing with a strap. So get your yoga strap and put it around your chest, just at the bottom of the rib cage. Around your rib cage. Tight. Not suffocating, please, but snug. You're lying on your back. I'm getting a strange notice saying I've been signed out because my account is signed in from another device. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to click on OK. Oops. Okay, I'm still here. I have no idea what that meant. So look at Kathy if you have any questions here. It looks like she's snugged hers up. And all you're going to do is do ordinary breath, inhaling and exhaling. We'll make it bigger than the breath you walked in with. You're going to use the resistance of the strap to become more aware of your big breath. Inhaling, expanding, pressing against the strap, and then exhaling. And the strap and the rib cage subside. And let's do this 5 more times. Just being aware of the breath. This is a breathing practice. 2 more. And you can go ahead and remove your strap when you're finished. And we'll do head ramping. You can put your head in your hands, in your clasped hands, the back of your head, or you can put it on a sponge ball or a set of therapy balls. Whichever way you choose to go, just press the back of the skull into the floor. The chin drops. And hold this, keep breathing, but hold this just to feel the nice long stretch in the neck. And then release. And do that 5 more times, just ramping, head ramping, holding, and then releasing. Finish up. And now we're going to do a hypopressive practice, our little hypopressive practice. Some people spend a whole hour doing these hypopressives. We're just going to do a couple. Doing the basic one, feet on the floor with the toes up though, knees bent. Bring your arms overhead over your chest as if you're hugging a tree. Flip your hands and then press your hands towards the sky and your scapula towards the floor. So activate your arms and shoulders. We're going to take 3 breaths and then hold the breath out for a count of 15 or as far as you can go with it. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out. Spread your rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Extend your legs, arms at your side. For now, cross your right ankle over your left. Bring your arms up over your chest and stack the left hand on top and then bring your arms overhead. Big, long spine. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And go ahead and inhale and exhale. Arms come down, legs change the cross of the ankles. Bring your arms up over your chest. Now stack the right hand on top and bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. And count, I'm going to count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Hypopressives is over. You're going to come up to standing with your neuro ball or a therapy ball. We're going to do the 6-point foot release with the right side foot first and then the left. You should be standing near some sort of safety point because this is kind of a balancing. If you have a neuro ball, break it in half and just use 1/2. If you have a therapy ball or a tennis ball, use that ball. You're not going to break, they won't break into halves. So there are 6 points on the bottom of the foot, and I'm going to time 40 seconds for each holding point. You're not going to move anything. You're not going to roll. Jill Miller, one of my teachers, would roll you on the ball. Emily Splitchell, who invented these balls, just has you do compression, and I'm choosing to follow her guidance. The first point is in the center of the foot at the top. Yeah, right about there, just below the metatarsal mound. So put your foot there, 40 seconds. If you want to, you can add on or stack, lifting and spreading and then squeezing, lowering and squeezing the toes, optional. Okay, now go to the center. This is the easiest one in a way, right in the middle, and find that. And okay, the third point is just in front of the calcaneus, the heel. Point number 4, you go back up to the middle and to the outside of the middle of the foot. If you're working with a therapy ball, you get the benefit of tension release at these points, the fascia, releasing the fascia at the points where you're working. Go to the inside of the foot. And this time, you're pressing into the edge of the inside of the foot. If you're working with a Neuro ball, which I'm promoting these days, unabashedly, you get also nerve stimulation. There are lots of nerves in the bottom of your foot, and as we get older, they don't work as well. Okay, the last point is you move the ball up, sort of on the inside edge of your foot to just be below the big toe mound. And then press there. Okay, now before you go to the next foot, releasing the neck, the fascia in the next foot, go ahead and walk around and see if you notice the difference between the right foot and leg and the left. You may feel a lot of release all the way up your leg into your hips. Each person will have a different experience. When you're finished, we'll go back and start on the left side. Starting at point 1, which is up at the top of the actually of the plantar arch. And just below or at the metatarsal mound. Point number 2 is in the middle of the foot. And in the middle of the arch. So while you're here, If you can stand in good posture, that helps. Well, it helps your posture. The next point is straight down below the point, the middle, the second point at the heel, at the edge of the heel. Come back up to the center and then to the outside edge of the heel of the foot. Come across the center of the foot to the inside edge of the foot. This is point number 5. So this is a 6-point myofascial release and nerve stimulation practice. Okay, the last point just is above that, above point number 5, just below the big toe mound. All right, go ahead and shake your feet out and walk around and see how it feels, to see if there's any immediate obvious benefits. There are probably some future and less obvious benefits, but it's fun to be aware of some of the things that happen after you do a practice like this. And then you're going to lie on, come back to the floor. We're going to do the leg stretch series. So you're going to need a strap and you're going to need enough room to move your leg, one of your legs, all the way over across your body. So finding that space and that strap, and I'm gonna go on the floor and see if I can also do this. So you're going to lie on, you might want to put some towels or a brick or something under your head. Something that makes you comfortable. You're going to lie on the floor and starting with your right leg first. Bringing your right leg up toward the ceiling. Your left leg is extended. If you can, have it pressing against a wall, or I think Caitlin's rigged up a brick in front of her couch so that you have a closed chain experience. You'll actually get some benefits from that. That would be the left leg pressing into the wall. Kathy's going to have to move to make that happen. Put a strap around the middle of your arch, hold your right arch, your right foot arch. Hold on to your strap, and we're going to be timing again for 40 seconds. This is a bone building pose, among other things. Just you can bend your elbows and drop your elbows to the floor if you want. Still holding onto your strap. Pressing your left foot into the wall as if you're standing on your left foot. This is leg stretch number 1. You may want to even use your strap to pull your foot a little closer to your head. Put both straps in your right hand and bring your right leg out to the right towards the floor. Keep your hips and your pelvis on the floor. So you may not come down as far as Kathy because you may not be able to keep both hips on the floor and get your leg down there. This really depends on both your muscles and flexibility, and also the structure of your acetabulum, the bowl that holds the head of the femur. Bring your leg back up. Switch both straps to the left side. You're going to come into a sideline pose. So your left foot that's on the wall, the whole outside edge of the foot is going to be on the floor. And then you're going to bring your right leg over and across your body. You can take your right arm out into a T. And just staying here and breathing, and you feel a nice big stretch along at the hip and the outside of the leg, the right leg. Leg stretch number 3. Press your left foot into the wall. And then bend your right leg, bring it back, unravel bring the strap and put the strap on your left leg. So just switch positions. The right leg is pressing into the wall. The left leg is up towards the ceiling. Leg stretch number 1. Hold on, you can bend your elbows and bring your elbows all the way down to the floor. If your hamstrings are tight, you may want to have a slight bend in your leg. Leg stretch number 1. Okay, put both your your strap in your left hand and bring your leg out to the left, your left leg out to the left, as far as you can go without lifting your right hip. Press your right leg into the wall. Leg stretch 2 on the left. Your abdominals are helping to keep your hips level. You can actually also press on the right side of your hip, trying to keep your hips level. Okay, put your straps in your right hand. Take your left. You're coming into a sideline pose. The whole outside edge of the right foot is on the floor, parallel along the floor. Take your left leg across the body to the right. You can put your left arm out in a T. Leg stretch 3 is a spine twist. Okay, come all the way back and unravel the strap, remove the strap, and come up into a floor seated position. Let's start with a cross-legged position. And remember, you might need to sit on a blanket or a bolster or a brick. We're going to do hip circles. This is a classic hip opener. So you're sitting tall, and then you can put your hands on your knees. And then starting at the right, bring your spine over the flat back hip hinge to the right, and then bring your chest, your open chest across to the other side, the left knee. So, and then come on up, and then you're gonna do it in the other direction. So come up to seated, and then go to the left. So your whole torso, your spine goes to the left, over the left knee, forward. Keep your chest open. Don't drop your head. And then coming to the left knee and coming up. So let's do 5 more of those. Left and right is a sequence or set. Get as long in your spine as you can when you come out over your knees. And then you're alternating right and then left. I think this is number 3 for me. You can tuck your chin a little bit so that the cervical spine is straight. Go ahead and do one more set. Come up to seated. Change the cross of your legs. We're going to do side bend, a seated side bend. And just take your right hand and slide it along the mat and take your left arm up and over. Keep both hips on the floor. You can do some neck movements while you're here of your own choosing. Go ahead and bring your left elbow forward for the last half of the pose. Come up, elbow first, and then the torso. Go to the other side, side bending. Left arm slides along the mat. Right arm comes up and over. Keep your hips even on the floor. Bring your left elbow forward so you can create a slightly different stretch along the latissimus dorsi. Armpit, back of the armpit. And come on up, elbow comes up first and then the torso all the way up. Switch the cross of your legs. Spine twist, floor seated spine twist. Put your left hand on your right knee. Take your right arm behind you, spider fingers. Find a spine twist, a rotation in the spine to the right. And then you can look all the way back behind you, or you can look straight forward. Either way, choose a position for your chin and your neck. And then if you'd like to add, you can add ribcage slide without moving your your shoulders or your upper trapezius. Slide the ribcage side to side. Releasing the mid and upper back. And unravel, come all the way back. Go to the other side, right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you, spider fingers. Make a spine twist, rotate your spine to the left. Maintain that and find a position for your neck and your chin. And then if you'd like to add it, start to slide the rib cage side to side without involving the upper trapezius. So keep your shoulders relaxed. Come all the way back and find your way up to standing for, we're going to do a 3-point ankle stretch on a half round if you have a half round, or you can put your the front of your foot on a yoga block otherwise. The first thing you're going to do is take your right foot and take it and put the front of the right foot on top of the left side of the half round or the brick. This is also timed. the first thing you're going to do is just compress. So just stand and compress here, stay here, get your bearings. And after this, then you're going to start to move into flexion, ankle flexion. And this is a movement at the ankle, not at the knee. Sometimes our hip issues are directly related to ankle issues. So if you can start to strengthen and create mobility in your ankles, you can resolve some hip and even lower back issues sometimes. Now let's go into a flexion, forward flexion, straight forward, just the ankle. The knee will come forward, but it's not the initiating factor. And just, you can go forward, and it's a little bouncing kind of a movement. And then go ahead and we're going to continue to do this, but we're going to make the flexion. It's still a forward flexion, but it goes a little bit towards the outside of the foot. Forward flexion with a little angle to the outside of the foot. All at the ankle. The knee will come forward, but it doesn't initiate the movement. And if it affects your knee, if you feel pain in the knee, you're doing too much. And you're using the knee too much. And then you're going to do the same thing, only take it a little bit forward flexion, but a little bit to the inside of the foot. Okay, switch sides. You can shake your right foot if you want, or shake your left foot if you want. And then start on the other side. So the left foot is on the right edge. The front of the left foot is on the right side of the half round or the brick. And let's just stay here and compress, just compression. This is a calf stretch. Now go ahead and do a forward flexion at the ankle. Now a forward flexion with a slight angle to the inside of the foot. And then come back and do the same movement toward the outside of the foot. It's still a forward flexion with just a little bit of an angle. Okay, that series is over. Let's do some heel lifts and then we have a therapy ball nearby. You're going to need to be near a wall or a chair for a safety point. You're standing, your feet are parallel, and you're just going to lift your heels and then drop them back to the floor, up and down. Eventually, we'll use a therapy ball between the heels, but for now, just up and down, up and down. You can hold on to or touch gently the wall or the chair. Just up and down. Good for calves, ankles, hips. And now do a set with the therapy ball between the heels, as far back as you can get it. And just start to lift and lower. Heel lifts with a therapy ball. Okay, let's come down to the floor to close the class with Yoga Nidra, a 61-point guided meditation. Just find a comfortable place for you to be that feels warm and safe. You can bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the floor, or you could take your feet, your bent knees, and put them on a couch or a chair. And this is what I actually recommend because it's a great release for the lower back and the psoas when you have your feet up on a chair. Let's begin by watching the breath, breathing in and out, and observing your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes our 61-point guided yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and extend your legs along the mat and start to stretch. Bring your arms overhead, stretching right side, left side, both sides. And then wiggling your fingers in your toes and rotating your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then in the other. And then go ahead and hug your right knee to your chest. And release your right knee and hug your left knee to your chest. And release that knee and hug both knees to your chest and rock from side to side. Releasing the lower back and the hips. And whenever you're ready, just rock all the way to one side into a fetal position using your bottom arm as a pillow. Use your top arm to press into the hand, to press into the floor and bring yourself up to seated. I'm going to remove the spotlight. Going to start my video. I'm going to choose gallery view. And then we can all close with namaste. So prayer pose with a strong pressure, pressing the palms together. See if you could find your scapula by pressing your palms together. And then go ahead and soften that all the way up to just a really soft prayer pose. And lift your the base of your skull away from your shoulders. And then rolling, nodding, bowing, the skull comes over the top of the cervical spine. And we start to notice and acknowledge and honor that we are all we start to honor the light in each of us. And then notice that we're all one light. shining together. And from here, we're going to close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Right. Thank you.